In the end of May 2025, we set out to James Bay Road in northern Quebec from Pennsylvania with our friend Raj and his son. Hey everybody! This is our second day of the trip. We have been driving in Canada since the early morning, probably crossed the border around 9 a.m. So far the views weren't as appealing as they are right now. We've been now driving on gravel road probably for the last hour, and then we have another 53 minutes to go to a town called Matagami, which is in northern Quebec. Try to find a good place for dinner and then continue on to James Bay Road. The James Bay Road is a pretty amazing piece of engineering that takes you deep into the northern Quebec. It's 620 kilometers, or about 385 miles, of paved road stretching from Matagami all the way to the Hudson Bay. You will drive through what feels like an endless amount of boreal forest, a subarctic taiga, making for a unique and often a quiet trip. Just a heads up, there is a really long stretch, about 200 kilometers or 174 miles, with no gas stations, so you will definitely need to plan ahead. Building and maintaining this road has been super important for connecting remote towns and making it easier to get to the resources of northern Quebec. Hey Raj, everything okay?
Yeah, he asked where we're going, and I didn't exactly know where.
Welcome to James Bay Road. When you get to the start of James Bay Road, you will hit a mandatory checkpoint. This is where everyone and every vehicle going down this important and remote road gets to check in. Checkpoint really highlights how significant the James Bay Road is. Probably for keeping an eye on traffic, making sure everyone's safe, and maybe even controlling who goes further into this area. The James Bay Road cuts through a beautiful area with lots of rivers and clear lakes, showing just how much water is in this part of Quebec. These waterways really add to the scenery and support a variety of natural habitats. If you're really looking to get out into nature, there are at least 5 official campgrounds right along the road, perfect for spending the night and checking out the nearby wilderness. When you head out on James Bay Road, you'll find tons of chances for wilderness camping. There are a bunch of designated spots between the start of the highway and its end. What's cool is that most of those campsites are at least a mile from the road. This really makes you feel like you're out in the wild and keeps the noise from the traffic away, so you can totally soak in the nature. Just remember to factor in the distance when you're packing and planning your trip. Today we're making a plov, which is a lemon rice dish on open fire. this morning we found a new guest.
It's pooped all over. All this is no good now.
Yeah, it's all trash. Luckily we're at the end of their trip. Yeah, he stayed in our container, little guy. Now he's just freezing. Hey buddy, what's your name? What you doing here? The James Bay Road, with its wild surroundings, is home to tons of rivers and lakes. A real paradise for fishing. During our trip, we ran into a pretty big challenge for anyone trying to cast a line. The currents in the waterways we saw were super strong, making it tough to find a calm spot where the fish likes to hang out. So finding good, accessible fishing spots was definitely a challenge for us during our visit. This is what we woke up to this morning. Morning of the 27th. About 15 minutes south of Ottawa. What a beautiful spot. Sun just risen, and we're gonna leave to have some Canadian breakfast before we cross the border back to the US. Here we are still in Canada, still in northern Quebec. Found an awesome picnic spot, and we're gonna cook our usual buckwheat with hot dogs. Now we're using electric setup only. Maria, what's for lunch?
Your favorite buckwheat with sausage.
Hot dogs?
Hot dogs.
And so, what is the final? That's my favorite dish for camping. Thank you for making it, baby. Okay. Found this beautiful spot on Trans-Canadian, about 7 hours north of Ottawa. Marie is gonna attempt her hand in fishing, and hopefully she catches something. This is a beautiful lake. Hopefully the fish is hungry.